What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio Shout in, stepping in the building. I got a friend and family member of the show off in this thing. Rich homie Monta, what's good with it, boss?
B-Hot, what's happening, gang? What's going on,
Man,
man?
but I mean, I see you over there still counting money. See, that's what the issue is. You got so much business going on. You got to have 5 phones.
About 4. 4 to get you right, man.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean,
man. Come on. But I mean, you know, we got to get straight to it, though, Tay. I mean, how have you been doing lately, sir?
You know, I feel like as a man, you know, we always feel like we got to say we okay, but I haven't been okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I ain't been okay, but I'm here. I'm alive.
Yeah.
You know, I got a purpose.
Yeah.
I got things I got to continue to do, so I'm going to do that. But no, I haven't been all right, man, and it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Forever going in, though, man. The first project since the passing of Rich homie. What was it like putting this project together, man? And I mean, was it already done, or was this something that y'all had to put y'all heads together to figure out how y'all was gonna drop it? How did this come about?
Man, I'm gonna take my glasses off on that. The project was done. 23 songs.
Yeah.
We was gonna drop it. We were tentative to drop it around his birthday as a gift to his fans before he passed.
Yeah.
You know, man, we started getting, people that don't know, we started going through our emotions with Quan.
Yeah.
Over the years, people already knew we had a situation where Quan to make a promise that he wouldn't keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff is based on promise I would never start going in, forever going in.
Yeah.
And I promise, you know, promise. Quan had this thing where he'll go in these real dark spaces, man. And I couldn't say what the dark spaces would be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? None of us could. You know,
Yeah.
we can only assume certain things was going on in his life or whatever. We would always be able to see him in both lights that people wouldn't. So, you know, he was real strong on his music. Like, hey, man, I'm ready to drop, but.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, Quan passed on the 5th. I talked to Quan Monday. I talked to him Monday. He had just came back from El Dorado, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. And we briefly went over, you know, he was at the airport about 1 o'clock. And we talked a little bit. He was like, shit, bro, I'm going to get home. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. I called him at 4, about 4 something Tuesday, didn't get him.
Yeah.
I think he went to a party that Monday night. So he had told me like, shit, bro, I'm going to holler at you. I did a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I talked to him about 6 or 7 or 8 times. Me and him was going in between. I'm talking to him, hold on, bro, they pop.
Yeah.
So we back and forth. Me and Corey, we on him. We on him. And when I got a chance to have about 5 or 6 minutes with him, we talked about this project.
Yeah.
And he said, man, you know, boy, I'm finna be 35, boy, in a month. And I said, damn, boy. That nigga said, bro, you been with me 22 years. And I just paused, right?
Yeah.
B. And I said, I've been with you about 20. He said, no, 22, boy, this shit lifetime. And I'm listening to him, we talking. And I said, what you gonna do for your birthday, bro? And he was like, man, I just want to enjoy the years. And he was like, Tay, he called me Tay.
Yeah.
He said, Tay, I want the people to hear me, bro. I want to give them their music. So I said, hey, Quan, listen to me, bro. What I want from you, this a gift I want to give to you. I'm finna give it to you now, and I want you to take this and gift yourself this for your birthday, bro. I said, stand behind your music, bro. Stand behind your craft, because you never have. Stand behind your craft. Stop doubting yourself, bro. Stand behind it. All your old projects. I said, before you give them this one, go stand behind your other stuff, man. And this was my second time saying this to him, because I said it to him some weeks prior to, and he got on live the next day, and he started playing like his old stuff.
Yeah.
But I kept reiterating that to him, bro, like, stand behind your shit, bro. Not knowing that would be one of my last conversations with him.
Yeah.
Because my last small brief conversation with him, he called me, and I still got the text in my phone. He had found out that I'm the one who be doing his certifications, like ordering the plaques and stuff. And he was telling me to get his engineer quick a plaque, the baby plaque, because he engineered that song. Yeah, we want that plaque too, the baby. Carter, all y'all over there with the baby. We want that plaque. We need it.
Come on.
And we briefly ran through that. I got myself prepared to go to a Braves game that day, not knowing that would be the last time I talked to my brother.
My God.
So like 8 hours later, he left us, and I was just stuck. Like, to be honest, I know how to talk about things because I've taken a lot of deaths. And when I was in the 11th grade, I lost my uncle in 2000, and my social worker counselor taught me back then not to compress things, to talk about them.
That's right.
So I could talk about my brother. It's certain things that I will talk about that'll make me emotional, that'll tear me up, but I be having to catch myself. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for the people that wanted to know, we wanted to put the narrative. We didn't want the narrative to be deaf, and then we gave y'all the music. We wanted people to really understand that Quan had prepared these songs for them. Quan had prepared this project. Quan had a couple months, like 3, 4, 5 months ago, he's been preparing himself for this stuff. But he was the type that his music was his babies. So when he have a new baby, he loved the other baby a little bit more than the other. He was a crazy father to his music. You know what I'm saying? So he had literally just told me, Tay, man, you got to get the link, man. We had 23 songs. Man, I done changed this song, and you know, I'm gonna give a good salute to Dre.
Yeah. Because
once everything came, we literally made it. Like, I went to court with him, I was like, bro, we gotta drop a song on his funeral day. Like, we dropped Song Cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did everything we need to do to drop that. We just started pushing the umbrella like, hey man, the people really need this. Quan wanted this. This is what he wanted. You know, when people die, man, everybody got a conversation they had with a person. I don't even like to talk about some of the stuff I used to talk to the brother, because he ain't here to tell y'all we talked about that. And I ain't a superficial nigga. I ain't a hypochondriac. I ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I literally live in my truth. You know what I'm saying? I literally stand in my truth, and you know, when I talk about something, it's face card value. It ain't no bullshit in this shit, you know. Quan got an interview where he like, Monta got all the story. Hell yeah, I got a lot of them. All them motherfuckers true.
Yeah.
I don't do no superficial making up shit. I don't do none of that. This what it is when you get me. So to talk about my brother and to tell people like, this the narrative. You know what I'm saying? We pushing what he wanted. We pushing, you know what I'm saying, what he wasn't able to do for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We pushing it. Like, bro wanted to find a way to get out of his box to do this. He ain't here to do it. So that's what we pushing, and that's why we say his legacy gonna live forever.
Exactly.
It's forever going in, because as long as I got breath in me, man, I ain't gonna stop.
Did you sense, you know, was there any foreshadowing that this was coming, man?
Hell nah. None.
So talk to me about it from that perspective too, because I mean, a lot of people from the outside are looking in and they're trying to figure out, okay, how does somebody so close to him not see this coming? Or what is it like when this type of stuff happens to somebody that you saw as a kid playing baseball, who became a superstar icon legend in Atlanta, to passing away at a young age, man? What was going through your mind with all of this leading up to it? And then how shocking was it to you when this happened?
Let me backtrack. When you say, did I see it coming? I said no. I have to recant that statement, because I never imagined, which is different from seeing.
Yeah.
I never imagined Quan leaving here before me.
Yeah.
But some of the things that Quan would indulge in his life, like people hear his dad say, we're not oblivious to what Quan did. Quan talked about his not abuse, but his drug usage.
Yeah.
Because I had another conversation with him prior to, and he made me aware. Like, we literally was having a real brotherly talk. Like, Quan had started opening up a lot.
Yeah.
You go through my call log, man, it's some 20 minutes, some 30 minutes, some hour, 2 hours. Like, we would literally sit and just talk.
Yeah.
And this particular day, I asked him, because Corey would always be like, man, that nigga playing sleep. Because he would do it like that. We'll call him. He'll ignore us sometimes. He'll pick up the phone. He'll hello.
Yeah.
And nigga be like, all right, bro, you sleep. All right, cool. That'll get you out my way for a little while. And I asked him that day, I said, bro, what the hell you be on when you be fake sleep?
Yeah.
And he laughed. And that led us into a conversation that I ain't going to get fully into. But he told me bro, I do this, and this. I asked him, had he ever had hit the booger sugar?
Yeah.
Like, we talking. It's an open dialogue. And, you know, he admitted this, admitted that, and he said, hey, bro, I just want you to know I don't abuse stuff. I take it, like, regularly, just like you have to. If you had to take a Xan,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm going to take me some shit, and I drink my lean or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, to answer your question to that, we know that if you indulge in certain things, there is a possibility for the worst.
Yeah.
So we have always knew that, but for me to be able to say that I felt like that would succumb to his life, like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, because we're normalized with certain things when people do certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's like your old granddad or whatever that smoked the dope, like, shit, he smoked the dope. Like, you ain't thinking that one day the dope gonna succumb to it, like, cause he been smoking it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So you ain't never thinking the person that fuck with you, you know, me and you were just having a conversation about people lacing blunts and shit. You ain't never thinking a nigga that smoke weed, one day the weed gonna take his life. You know what I'm saying? And it could take his life through some of the same situations that happened with Quan. Like, Quan ran up on something that he didn't know. He was doing his normal things, and it took his life abruptly, all of a sudden, and left us in a frenzy. So, you know, for me, it's I never expected it. I still haven't woke up from the dream of my little brother. Like, Quan wasn't my artist or none of that. Quan was my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Through the thick, through the thin, I never seen this day, and I still don't see it. When I look at the tattoo on my arm and the chains, and that's normal stuff for me.
Yeah.
I'm never thinking like, damn, I can't talk to my brother no more.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go stand in front of the wall and see my brother. And I told you on the phone the other day, we was talking about an ATL legend.
Yeah.
And I said, bro, I'm gonna tell you something when we get on air.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, I gotta go stand next to him and Rico. They buried next to each other.
Are you serious?
They in the wall, right, literally next to each other.
My God.
So that's a double whammy because I knew Rico.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember having a conversation with Rico back in the day because Future, I had a lot of run-ins with Future through one of my cousins being on the block, like my cousin Noon.
Yeah.
And him was partners.
Yeah.
And me, Future, Quan, we would do throwbacks, and I would see him, you know what I'm saying? And he probably remember some of this stuff. People don't forget certain things in their life when they run across certain people before they get where they at.
Yeah.
And I remember that leading me to one day seeing Rico, having a conversation with him, because I heard that, you know, I had found out they was cousins.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to anybody I could talk to about Quan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to be two Atlanta legends to be right next to each other, man, it's like, that's monumental. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, Rico death is a disbelief because he was young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in its totality, when you think about Quan being 34, we just had his birthday on Friday, 35 years old, and being taken away from here is something that I don't think, like, me and Corey would have these conversations, bro. If he do this and this, bro, like, you know what the outcome could be. But boy, when the reality of your reality hits you, that shit hurt.
How did you feel about the outpouring of love, man, that he received upon his passing, though? And being somebody that was in the trenches with him.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when it's like, okay, now the love can pass? Because I think I saw an interview with homie saying it's a shame that you have to pass to receive the love that you deserve.
I was standing right there when he did that. I still got the recording of him saying that because we would talk about it all the time. Because as a young black man out here in the world, a lot of us struggle with mental health.
Yeah.
Right? And our mental health don't mean you fucking retarded. Mental health don't mean you spitting and pissing out of your mouth and this and that. Mental health just strictly means that you're fighting some type of demon. I like to tell people all the time, man, get out your own way. That's a form of mental health. So being able to hear bruh Quan talk about, you know, man, they only love you when you hear I talk about that on the regular, because I'm one of them people that when I pass through certain people's lives and I come and I do certain things and I talk, most of us don't have the patience to listen. Most of us don't want to hear nobody talk about something positive. Most of us, oh man, that nigga go preaching, da da da. Like I get it all the time. That's Pastor Monta. Oh, da, 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 you the wallow or the South or this and that.
Yeah.
No, I ain't no wallow or nothing. I'm Monta.
Come on now.
And I respect the hell out of Wallow. That's my man.
Yes, sir.
I respect him.
Yeah.
But I'm me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not to be compared to nobody. And when I talk, I've been talking before. A lot of these dudes was talking, but a lot of people don't want to hear me. A lot of people don't want to listen. So to put that into the totality to how I felt when the outpour of love came, it's the same way Quan feel. It's the same way he put it out here to the world. He put that message out here 2-3 years ago.
Damn.
Right? When he put that message out here, and it's the truth.
Yeah.
And I hate that that's the narrative that has to be passed in life, but I understand it too, and I'm not gonna go against it because I do understand that whatever God got on my calendar, whatever day is marked on it, because we don't write this life.
Hell no.
We live it, we check it off, we take the test through it, we pass certain tests, you know what I'm saying? We fail certain tests and we live until God say it's your time to go, right?
That's right.
I understand that when I leave here, it's a cat over here that wanted to tell me, boy, I'm fucking with what you saying.
Yeah.
He can say that now.
Yeah.
I understand that the love of pure hustler, what I stand for,
Yeah.
will be put on the forefront of things on my dying day because I've done nothing but pour love and positivity into the world.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with Quan. What he birthed y'all with, what he gave the people, it was always there. But people were left to try to pick a side, and I want the world to understand that at this point, that we got to stop doing that to each other. Because now we got so many people that's living in regret as to how they treated a great soul. Now everybody, man, he was a good dude. That's all y'all ever known him to be.
Yeah.
Y'all put y'allself in something that you knew nothing about.
Yeah.
Y'all allowed the internet to bring division between two brothers.
Yeah.
Beehive, me and you go through something and it hit the internet.
Yeah.
We two brothers that's going through this.
Come on.
So what the world choosing the side to pick me and you could actually be talking.
Exactly.
And they don't know it.
Come
and
on.
they sitting here being
Messy.
Fuck niggas.
Yeah.
And feeding into a cultural demise
Yeah.
and not even knowing it. And then every time one of our young black brothers leave here, we got to go back and you got to be hypocritical because you said you was on that side. Now you got to come to the other side. So for me, I'm at grace, man, that people are showing my brother so much love.
Yeah.
And I hope that they continue to do that.
Yeah.
I pray to God that you continue to do that. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it. Everything he missed along the path, he wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
But he deserved that love because he poured a lot of love into it. And the music, we got a lot of people that do music.
Yeah.
I told people in my speech, if you want to know Quan and you want to feel his pain, you want to change something in your life, every album, mixtape is a story of life with him.
Yeah.
And for the world, I was a fan. Before anything, Quan take me through a lot. Get me through a lot. Him, that boy Rod Wave, the Reds, the Sean.
Yeah.
People like, oh, you listen to that sad shit. What's sad?
Come on.
Ain't nothing sad about reality
Come on.
unless you allow it to be. And the reality of sadness is we got to accept the reality
Come on.
that people going through stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You going through some shit. You just don't want to hear it
Come
and you
on.
don't want to accept it. And that's the key to life, man. Acceptance and accountability, man. You got to be accountable for the things that you're going through in order to get to the other side of them things that you're going through.
Answer me this, though, Monta. Being that you knew Quan as a young man, what were some of the qualities that you think he had in him that caused him to reach superstardom level?
His humbleness, man. Humility is the key. Humility took us there.
Break that down, Tay, because you know that don't nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, humility. I hear people say all the time, you ain't gonna tell me to be humble. The word humble is an admiration of one's own personal possessions. So I don't feel like I'm better than you. I don't feel like that. And if I do feel like I'm better than you, I'm gonna take myself and tell myself I'm no better than nobody else,
Yeah.
right? Even if I know I'm the best in the room, I'm gonna pop my shit when I want to pop my shit, but I'm also gonna lower my own admiration when I need to in order to get here. Because I could walk into a room and I could be steadfast and I can be like, you know what, I'm the shit, and put on this certain aura. Because in music they say you got a it factor,
Yeah.
right? Some people got it, and some people just make it through here because they gifted and they talented. It's way more talented people in the world than a lot of these dudes. They just don't have it.
Yeah.
And there's way more talented people in this world that don't know how to be humble and have a certain level of humility. See, the big God wants you to know how to, when to place humility in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of his greatest qualities that he possessed. He knew when and when not to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? His other quality is his level of discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quan was one of them people, he was gonna pick some shit apart. You know what I'm saying? God gave him a voice.
Yeah.
He gave him a voice. And his voice was something that we all know of, but it's what I just told you even with myself. Turn the speaker on and learn how to have patience.
Yeah.
And do without the patience, be high. Listen.
Come on, man.
So that was one of his real gifts, one of his real qualities, because it wasn't every day you was gonna get a conversation out of Quan.
Yeah.
That was personal. Or he was the type that was gonna see you and try to motivate you in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking about a soul like Quan, like for us that personally know him, I feel like a lot of his supporters, I hate to say fans, but you know, his supporters, I feel like they feel like they know him in the same manner, because when Quan met somebody, some days he would be aggy, he'll be like, man, I don't want to take no pictures today, whatever. But you see Quan all over the internet right now today,
showing love.
He's showing love.
I'm here for that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So one of his number one qualities, his voice, humility, perseverance.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to his music, he recorded every day. Now in life, you know, he might have sat down and doomed himself at times, but I just feel like he would always come back out and be like, bro, I'm him.
Yeah.
You know, Quan always tell y'all, I'm top 3, not 3.
Come on.
You know, humbly, like, hey, you can think what you want to think, but I'm him.
Exactly.
I know I can go in there and put these words together, and y'all seeing it now, man, bro. Bro was a monster, man. So, you know, his voice.
When he started going through his issues with Thug and stuff, man, being in his corner during that time and him taking that break during that time, did you see any changes in Quan during that time? And then also, how was he reacting to the industry turning their backs on him at that time?
Did I see a change? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We talking about two dudes that, let's put the word in there, love each other.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I seen a change, man. My brother, I can't fuck with my brother. My brother can't fuck with me. Thug will be lying. Lil Jeff, that's what I call him. If he say he don't love Quan. I watched these two dudes, man. I was right there. I watched them form a bond, man.
Yeah.
A brotherhood. Like, hey man, Quan, my brother, Quan, my mama didn't birth Quan. But they say a brother is, you know, somebody you love, you genuinely love, you eat with.
Yeah.
You know, I seen somebody the other day say, if you slept on that man's floor, that's your brother.
Come on.
Right? Quan slept on my floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done had to hold him in my arms like a baby a couple times. I done seen him in every form of life, naked, all of the above.
Yeah.
Them was they brothers.
Yeah.
And I think bro would say that now, like, and I've heard him say, that's my brother, but, you know, I can't fuck with him for shit they did or whatever. And in life, we have to understand that, young black brothers, that we're going to do things to each other. We going to do shit, man.
Yeah.
We going to piss each other off. You know what I mean? We going to do that, but we have to always remember where we started.
Yeah.
And at the start of things, you got to remember how you want to finish it. You know, a lot of times we say, I'm with you forever.
Yeah.
You got to remember that when the bullshit come, man. B, you got to remember that when the bullshit come. When I piss you off, you got to remember that what came out of my mouth, I spoke that into the world, and there's two forces that I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the God and the devil, but I spoke what I wanted.
Yeah.
I spoke what I wanted out loud. Yeah. So when the devil come in and say, I'm going to take the forever, you got to remember the godless side of forever is forever.
Yeah.
So remember how you start is how you going to finish. And there's a lot of people that get an opportunity to hug or say to Quan what they really feel because we allowed the devil to come in and say, ain't no forever.
You snap. How did he feel about the fans as a man? Just seeing, because those comments are real, okay? Those comments can get crazy at times. How was he battling that, just hearing the fans acting a fool? And also just speak to that at the same time. What I want you to speak to, Monta, too, because this is about to be a learning session, too. To media, people that are perpetuating bullshit in the media, fans that are perpetuating bullshit in the media as well. Because, see, the world that we living in now, these fans are just as loud as the media and the bloggers.
They're louder.
Come on now. What do you have to say to them during those times and the impact of what they're doing versus an artist's life, man?
I want to say this to the fans and answer your question. I want to allow people to understand that these motherfuckers right here could be used in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So for all of y'all, I'm going to call y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's sitting at home and you're embedding negativity because you got some type of trauma in your life.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't know how to put out, so you pick up your phone every day and you decide that you're gonna take this particular person that's already fighting.
Yeah.
They're already fighting with something and you're gonna keep on throwing rocks. You have to remember that every dog has his day, right? And when it came down to the parts of this, what you asked me with Quan, that shit was eating bruh up. Like, it was eating him up. Like, damn, bro, like people switching sides on me, you know, people, damn, my fans. But Quan knew he had a core.
Yeah.
He had a core. Like, we could drop some music and we gonna see the numbers within this particular range.
Yeah.
But we already knew our range could go different. We got songs
crazy.
that's got 100 and some million. We got 200 million views of shit, because that's where it then went. We got shit with 200 million, but we know if we drop something, we gonna peak at 1 million or 1.5 or 2.
Yeah.
Which allowed him to understand that the other people, the other percentage of that 100 and some million was not fucking with him.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with him. When he know he's putting out the same type shit, everything is of the same quality.
Yeah.
Or better. Quan's best project was Rich as in Spirit, and I say that to this day.
Yeah.
Forever Going In, a motherfucking tribute and a monster.
Yeah.
But up until Friday, Rich as in Spirit was one of his best sought projects for a young artist that came in the game in 2011, 2014, immersed.
Yeah.
And to come back 4 or 5 years after and debut a project like Rich as in Spirit after life, like after you went through being rich, after you went through trauma, after you went through all this, most people can't go produce that type of music and make a soundtrack to life like that, and he did that. So to answer your question, man, I pray today that everybody that's up under the hymns of my voice and your voice that's listening to this segment of Beehive TV, hear me and understand that we have to stop succumbing to the negativity of our community and stop being the stepping stone to breaking our own people.
Yeah.
When I go up under these comments, it ain't the white people that's tearing us down. It's us.
Come on, man.
It's us.
Come on.
It's us. It's us. And we like to say what they do to us. Shit. And I don't have a racist or a prejudice bone in my body, but sometimes I start to feel like I'm going to be a realist. I'm going to take accountability. We are our own fucking enemy.
Oh, sometimes you feel like, you know what? I hate you niggas too.
For sure.
And they're us.
And they us. Because guess what? Guess who praise me a little bit more and try to help me and give me opportunities? It don't be y'all.
Come on.
Y'all be the ones that saying all the negative shit. Now, if you don't have nothing to say, I was always taught that if you don't have nothing good to say, sometimes don't say nothing at all.
Facts.
Or guess what you can do before you put it out there to the world that this is what you want to say. They gave us a level of privacy on social media too.
Yeah.
You can DM me and say, hey, Monta, you know, I feel da-da-da-da-da, instead of going out there trying to get a bunch of people to laugh and joke. Like, we got a lot of comedians in our culture. Like,
oh, yeah.
Everybody want to get a laugh. Everybody want to try to build themselves up. And, you know, I ain't here to badger the fans or the people. I'm just here to enlighten y'all and get you to understand that we got to stop tearing each other down.
Yeah.
And social media was a platform put together. It was supposed to be informative for people to give you information.
Yeah.
When they came up with the internet.
Exactly.
I don't think that people really realizing what they doing, because the internet is causing street beef. It's causing wars. It's causing people to be like, because I've done it before.
Yeah.
I am a victim of this. I have been the victim and the suspect. I've seen somebody that said something to me on the internet, and I've been like, what that bullshit you said?
Yeah.
But I had to change my life and be. It's a dude DM me the other day and said Quan album was trash. The old Monta would have been like,
DM'd you that?
I got it right here in my phone. I can show it to you. And
so you done went out your way to DM me some bullshit.
Yeah, and then I went on his page and looked at it, and what stopped me from saying something to it was when Quan passed, he went on he was like commenting like, oh, y'all mean tell me y'all niggas finna be crying. And then he said, I don't personally know Buddy, but what y'all crying over? And I said, you know what, bro? That nigga got some problems. So before I even say something to a person like that and immerse my mask off, because I could take my mask off.
Yeah.
B, one thing people have to realize about any person in this life, I've said it on your segment before, like, I don't indulge in street shit and all that before.
Yeah.
And I don't call myself a street nigga because I'm a man.
That's right.
And I grew outside of childish behavior, things that I once had in my life.
Yeah.
So I have to remember that in my book, I was in the streets. And not only was I in the streets, because the streets is just a form of where you get your money. So it was one point in my life I got money out the streets. But being a street nigga don't make you a gangster. It don't make you a killer. It don't make you a robber. But it's certain things on my background that I do have in me outside of being that nigga. I'm a man, and I'm a motherfucker that don't play with people. Don't play with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to remember that before I indulge in this type of activity that I speak against, because once I say something to you, it could emerge to something, and then I could see you out here in the world, and it's either me or you.
Come on.
So I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of that culture. I don't want to be a part of that. So I just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I laughed. And I kept it pushing, because you can't control what people think. You can't control what people feel. You can't control what people do.
Yeah.
But I'll still, until I no longer have the breath in me, let our people understand that media can be portrayed in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's so many people out here pushing a negative culture. It's so many people out here pushing us against us. We're the only people that can understand and listen and be able to say, we're going to change that. You know what I'm saying? So for the people out there that took and they rolled against and they put all the rats up on the Quan thing and they did all this and that and this and that, like, you're affecting another human being at the end of the day.
Seeing him as a young boy and then watching him grab his first million, man. Those times, what was going through your mind at that time when you was thinking, hey, man, I was coaching this guy around a diamond. Now this man is getting a bunch of diamonds.
I haven't been able to embrace that moment yet.
Why not?
Because I'm still Coach Monta.
Yeah.
And in life, you run across, I'm a coach. So it's many other kids and people and individuals in life that I've coached. Mm-hmm. I had to understand that not only am I a coach, I'm a humanitarian.
Yeah.
I'm a human being that believes in helping others. I'm a natural giver. I'm genuine as they probably come. Mm-hmm. And my humility and my ability to be able to stand beside other people. At one point, like, we all suffer be with, where would I have been if I would have did this? Everybody who know me know I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
Not just an athlete, I'm a great fucking athlete.
Yeah.
I'm a great leader.
Yeah.
And anything that I indulge in my life, like, I do it at the top of the top. So when I was playing sports and You know, everything I was doing in my life, I was the drum major at Mackinac High School for 3 years.
Yeah.
I exceeded in that. I excelled in that. Like, I could have went to college and did that. You know what I'm saying? If I would have took the instrument serious. I never took the instrument serious. I took being the leader serious.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for Mr. Barry Alexander for seeing that in me.
Yeah.
My baseball coach, Coach Williams, like all the people in my life seen certain things in me. So when I came back, you know, Stanley Davenport, my godfather, Coach Rich, you know, Coach Mo, who gave me the opportunity to be Quan's coach, like they gave me the opportunity to be by Quan's side. When I was able to go back and look and be like, this the same kid that was shot on the baseball field. This the same kid that, you know, he had so many different discernments. He played on second base. I moved into the outfield. I took the Quan before I took the Quan.
Yeah.
Spiritually. Like, and I take to a lot of my kids. And certain people want to ask, like, when you be like, oh, I did this, I made a promise and I did this, it weren't for this. I couldn't fight the godly spirit of to why we stayed connected, because I'm connected to a lot of my kids that I've touched across the world, whether it's shooting them a text here and there or them texting me. Quan had the same equal attachment to me that I had to him.
Yeah.
So you got to think, I attached myself to this kid and said, hey man, you know, whatever you want to do in life, I'm with you.
Yeah.
He also had a discernment on him, even with, regardless of what people want to think, he had that same thing for me.
Of course.
Because it wouldn't have never worked.
Yeah.
Because I've coached 200-300 kids in high school. I coached high school ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've ran across from my reign at Mackinac High School, and then I ended at Langston Hughes High School. Like, I touched a lot of these kids, but these kids didn't have that same connection. They didn't want to keep it as much as you can only push a person so far.
Yeah.
I could reach out to B-High every day, but if B-High don't respond, it ain't equal.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when it was time for me to look at him achieving everything in his life, Quan would buy diamonds. He would buy the diamonds, like you said. He would buy his necklaces, and you know, this he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He
would buy this stuff and come to me, bro. Cause I used to have that stuff back in the day. You can look at some of the pictures I post. He would wear my name, Monta. Like, he would wear my jewelry. So, you know, when he was able to buy his own stuff, man, let me tell you something, bro. It's nothing greater in this world to be somebody standing next to somebody you truly want to see win, and not have no hate in your heart, not have no malice in your heart, not have no envy. Because I see a lot of niggas stand next to niggas and they be wishing they was in that spot. I never wished I was in his spot. I just wish that I could continue to be right here with him, achieving these goals with him, watching him win. And it didn't come with me saying, oh, I ain't winning, I ain't doing this and that. And I told his dad years ago, like, bro, be acting a certain type of way, bro. I ain't got no Rolexes, I ain't got this and that. But nigga, I'm still happy for you. It wasn't about me having this, and they went and bought me this Rolex. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro made sure I had certain things to accommodate my life, but a lot of people would feel like, oh, you fucking with Quan for this reason. I'm here to tell the world, Quan gave me opportunity.
Yeah.
Quan never gave me monetary things.
Yeah.
Monta worked his ass off.
Come on.
Quan ain't never came to me and gave me a bag of money, bought me a car. He's never done none of that. I purchased my own home before he ever owned a home.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that allowed us to have that certain level of respect for each other, because Quan respected people that didn't want anything from him. What I wanted from him was to see him win.
Exactly.
My job and what the business we obtained throughout this path, and I tell Cordis all the time, we deserved and we earned that.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just always wanted to continue to be that life coach to him, as I am to many other people, and I was that person until his dying day.
Serving as a buffer, Monta, for rich homie Quan. Talk about that job right there too, because as a manager, there are other people that want to do what you did with Quan for their partners and with their friends, and they just want to see them win and succeed. But they also got to understand that, hey man, you're gonna have to be a buffer for this person as well, and you're not just the buffer for the Grammy Awards or the BET Awards. You're a buffer for this Negro down the street, this crazy fool over here. You see what I'm saying? Break that journey down to me.
The hardest part of it.
Ooh.
That's the hardest part of this. DJ Smalls told me some years ago that I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but I'm gonna tell a little bit of it. He said, and this is where I want y'all to understand being that buffer comes in. DJ Smalls had reached out to me to do an interview with Quan. I went to Quan, I told him about it. Quan said he didn't want to do it. Right?
Yeah.
I had a relationship with this guy. I was trying to get one of Quan artists on his platform.
Damn.
So I told him, hold on, man. I'm working on it, which I was. We had signed with Motown at the time. We had another department that would handle PR.
Yeah.
I said, just give me a minute, bro. And I remember one day hitting him about the twins. We got the twins that's with us from Canada, AO, Chase and Nove.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break them low key. I never went to these dudes and said, I'm going to do this or do that. But Quan coming to me like, bro, we got to get twin and woo. But I took it to him. And when we did the interview, I could just remember him coming back and he said, I texted him on what's the name one day, Beehive, and I said, damn, bro, you ain't have to cap me down. And he put, I learned from the best. And I was like, what the hell? I snapped. I said, what the hell that mean? I ain't shit never capped by me, bro. Like, I ain't never did no capping ever. And it went there, and I commend this guy so much.
You got to.
Because he texted me when it went, I went left.
Yeah, I know you did.
And he texted me and he said, let's get on the phone. I called him. I was making a left turn to go through these little dark roads to go home. We got on the phone and long story short, basically what he told me was, I made that comment because I DM'd Quan and Quan said, shit, when you need it done. And I was like, damn, nigga threw me all the way under the bus. He had told me he didn't want to do it. And we talked and we had to air out a lot of shit. And in the process of us airing it out, I told him when you did do the interview with Quan, I took it to the label. That's why he came. I put that in the cult thing. He was like, I wouldn't do that. I just know what Quan telling me. And this the words that he said to me when it come to being this buffer. And I'm going to give you another layer of this buffer. He said, as a manager, you know, you signed up to eat shit. He said, you signed up to be the negative bearer of everything when it come to him. You got to protect him. You signed up for that, Monta. And that particular day, I said, damn. Me and Corey would always be like, damn, bro, we got to do all this. Radio 1, you worked for Radio 1. Fucking, like, everybody hated me. But I had to take the hate and allow y'all to love him. Woo. And at one point, it would bother me. And then I started saying, you know what, man, by the grace of God, I'm glad I could be in this position.
Yeah.
Because he might not know how to fix things like I know how to fix them. And people will understand that, hey, bro, I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm. Niggas call themselves real. Like me, bro, I'm authentic, bro.
Yeah.
I be wanting to say what he said.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying? And it came a point in time I started telling Quan, like, hey, bro, if you say you don't want to do nothing, I ain't about to go to these people and say, you got a personal day or nothing. I'm about to start telling people, you said you don't want to do it. But that's where it came in with me to where it was like, Tay, keep your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself in line because you signed up to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every person out there in this world that wants to be a manager, it's two of us when it comes to managing Quan on the executive top side of it. You know what I'm saying? And both of us have had to go through so much when it came to dealing with him, and it's so many other people that had to be buffers in this. And I give everybody their praises, from Fly to Day Day to fucking Dre. You know what I'm saying? To some of his partners, you know what I'm saying? Like Nard, like everybody had to be that person in that person's life. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm gonna put myself at the forefront of certain things, but we all built this cult to be able to keep him right there and protect him throughout these years. And I'm gonna forever do it. You know what I mean? Right is right, wrong is wrong. And I'm accountable for any other things that I've contributed or that he's contributed negative to the game. So it's just about accountability. And, you know, being a manager, you have to realize it's not all about the glitz and the glamour. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times us managers don't even get an opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
Like, people don't really want to talk to us. People don't really want to hear what the fuck we got to say. It's like, that nigga the superstar. He made you. That's how a lot of people feel.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people like to feel like you wouldn't be you without him. They don't like to take the...
Well, see, the thing is that for me, and I just hate to turn it and make it about me in here, but I always understood
Facts.
what the people on the side really brought to the table, because I had people do that for me.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
people that, bone crushers, Rashad, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been me without them doing what they were doing behind the scenes for me. And I always felt like those stories needed to be told as well. But then also, what you do is a position in this game.
Yeah.
And it's a valuable position.
Yeah.
And it's the position that a lot of people want to play, but they don't have a point of reference to it. So I would take it upon myself to use you as a point of reference for the next person to be able to do it. But then also interview you in such a way that, see, when you're talking about all this eating shit and having to deal with that,
Yeah.
it's another young ass manager out here that said, I ain't about to do that, what the heck? And then they hear Monta say, I had to do that so Rich Homie could be the greatest of all time.
I had to do
And
it.
then they're gonna say, if Monta could do it, then I can do it. You see what I'm saying? So these are the stories. Your story has to be told because it's just as important as every other damn story out here.
Yeah, to be that coat in somebody's life. Like, bro,
Shit.
a female told me this shit, bro, one time, like trying to be funny. Oh, nigga, I heard you was a do boy.
Oh, hell no.
And I said, hell yeah, I was the greatest do boy ever created. Cause in order to be the boss and the leader that I am, see, I'm a leader. Dion putting out letters, he changing the culture, right?
Come on.
They jerseys got dog and leaders on them, right?
Come on.
My shit was gonna have a L on it.
Come on.
When it came to this RHQ shit, my shit had a D and a L on it and a C on it.
Come on.
I mastered everything when it came. I knew how to DJ. I knew how to be the hype man. I knew how to be the manager. I knew how to be the road manager. I knew how to be the executive. I'ma hold his bag when he needed me to hold his bag. I'ma count the motherfucking money. I'ma snap on the motherfucking promoter if he needed to be snapped on.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? To wear a hat, you understand what I'm saying? This a fitted hat.
Come on.
This fit my head.
That's right.
My size was crowned. It ain't adjustable.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I adjusted and I said, I'm gonna put my hat on and I'm gonna be this executive, I had already wore every other size, guys.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Be high.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there that's feeling like they just wanna, when I was standing on stage with Quan, it wasn't cause I wanted to do that. It was cause he wanted me there. Because he was still in his shy moments and phases. And there's so many people like to look at our story and say, oh, you rode a coattail of this. No, I ain't have to ride no coattail. I had a motherfucker who wanted me there with him.
But no,
Even when they
anybody
didn't.
that's saying that type of stuff is just an idiot.
Yeah, it's
They
idiot.
there's some idiotic bullshit.
You
because
took the word out my mouth. I was finna say idiocity is realistic, but sometimes you have to address these things when you're trying to teach.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I hear that stuff, I'm like, yeah, you a fool. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But for me to get out here in the
break it
world
down.
and break this shit down to you and get you to really understand what you may have to go through at a certain point in your life, hey, partner, you could call it what you want to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my salary and my lifestyle upheld me being an executive. That was never your life. See, I'm so humble. When you see me in my old ass truck or when you see me around, you left to feel like, oh, Quan was shining on his people. Quan wasn't shining on his people.
Come on.
His people was paid.
Exactly.
The two niggas at the top of this shit, we was paid. His brother, which was his road manager, he
Yeah.
got paid.
Yeah.
What you choose to do with your life and how you choose to foreshadow your life and what you choose to do in your life is what you choose. Quan used to tell me all the time, bro, you too humble. You understand what I'm saying? And that's one thing I think he wanted from me. He's like, bro, pop your shit, bro, pop your shit. No, bro, I live in a world where it go back to what I said before. I live in a world where I understand, and I overstand that humility brought me a long way.
Yeah.
I don't have to use material possessions or none of these things to make a person feel like they're less than me.
Exactly.
Because what they doing in the world now today, everything ain't authentic. My role is authentic.
Yeah.
Yours may not be. It don't make me no better than you.
Come on.
But I put in the work to go get the authentic shit. I didn't go pay $100 for this.
Come
I
on.
put the work in to do this, and I'm not gonna make myself feel like I'm more elite. So man, you know, it just sometimes you gotta be able to withstand perseverance, man. Y'all niggas got to be able to stand up in the paint. It's just like that young football player that feel like he couldn't make it, and you feel like, oh, he better than me. He's no better than you.
That's right.
Your muscles can grow to that same size as his if you go put the work in.
You got to put in that work.
You know what I'm saying? I'm smaller than a lot of linemen in college, but I probably can lift the same amount of weight that they can lift because I put that work in.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So when you gonna hear all that, oh, da-da-da, and then a lot of people scared of what somebody think about them. I ain't never been afraid of what nobody think about me. Feel how you want to feel. Think what you want to think. I'm the person that got to wear this on the inside. I know who I am.
Exactly.
And for the world, you got to know who you are.
Now, you know, we talked off camera about just drugs, man.
Drugs.
And you really had a point that you wanted to explain to people about what we're doing in our community with these drugs, man. I mean, do you care to speak on that right now?
I care to speak on it. It's heartfelt to me losing my brother.
Yeah.
And I want the world to understand that, and I want all my hustlers,
Yeah.
my dope boys. I want y'all to understand that you don't sell the drug. Drugs sell themselves first of all.
Yeah.
But in our culture today, what we're doing is we're creating more addicts because we ain't being honest about our drug dealing. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all going out here, getting y'all hands on this shit, doing this home pharmacy shit. None of y'all are chemists. Y'all are creating this shit for $1, $2 to make more money. And you killing our culture, man, and you killing our brothers, and you killing your brothers, and you killing your people because you want to make $1. Those are the biggest fuck niggas and the most greed that could ever be created upon our culture, man. Y'all going out here putting all these fake ass pills. If you smoke reefer and you lace a joint and you don't tell your man you laced the joint, you a fuck nigga. If you selling shit that you know not right and real to your people, what type of person could you consider yourself? And then a lot of y'all went around here saying, I'm a real nigga. That ain't real. Because guess what? In the past couple of days, I've seen and heard a couple young black brothers that lost their life behind this same shit. Before I lost Quan, before we lost Quan talked about all the time his biggest fear was an overdose. He said that, right? So for us to have to come out here and see his autopsy report and for TMZ, for that bullshit to put this shit out here before we could even see it, and we have to find out, you know, through the hymns of the social media before we can even really read his autopsy toxicology report that he had fentanyl in his system. I had did my own research, Beehive, because somebody that's close to me in my life is a doctor.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, let me ask you this question. These people take pills. I take pills every day. I have to, right? My blood pressure, stuff like that. Does any of these pills that we take daily have fentanyl in them? The answer to me was no. So I've been anxious about the toxicology and stuff myself because that would allow me to know that I knew how Quan did with his usage. Quan would not deal with certain people or certain thing. He wasn't gonna do that. He wasn't a random, oh, I gotta get high, like be high, you gotta pick. He wasn't that type of person. I never seen that.
Yeah.
Right? So when I seen that report, it's like, this lets me know that you gotta hold to something or somebody, and I want whoever this person is to be honest. You knew that shit wasn't right. You gave it to him. His body is requiring him to do a certain type of thing daily because when they take the Xans or whatever, we got people that prescribe Xanax every day. It's not the worst thing. Once you start to learn that certain stuff balance you out and make you do certain things, your body requires it. That's why I don't do that type of stuff because I never drunk lean. I never did none of that because I understand that some of the stuff that's in it attaches to your body and it duplicates and it makes you want it more. You become addicted to it. And I just really want to tell all my young brothers out there, man, that you have to have a certain level of discernment on yourself, and you have to have a certain level of accountability to yourself to where money does not outweigh your ability to care about the next man. All money ain't good money. And killing somebody in the process of your selfishness is not worthy. Like I told you the barbershop story. I heard a man say he just lost his son.
Yeah.
I listened to him talk. He spoke. In the process of him speaking, I heard him say he found his son in the kitchen literally Friday, the day of Quan's birthday. I kept hearing him talk. I interjected in that conversation and come to find out his son got a hold to a fake pill too. You understand what I'm saying? I can name 6 or 7 other people prior to bro that's got a hold to this. So you're killing our people. It's guerrilla warfare, and we gotta stop that, man. Like, money can't mean kill your people to do it. I never agreed with that part of the streets. Like, I never agreed with a robber. Like, how you gonna call a robber a real nigga? Man, go get you a job, man. If he got a watch on, he worked hard for, he don't deserve to be killed for you to make $500 and not even go get the value of it. Our people don't deserve to live like that. We don't deserve for people to be putting tracking devices on our cars, invading our houses and homes because y'all fuck niggas want to go out here and take from people. It's easier to go get it the real way, and it's easier it's easier, I can tell you, because I used to steal. I used to break in cars. I used to have to look over my shoulder. I've done all this. Nothing that I'm talking about I have not done. Nothing. Everything I talk about I've done. I've walked around with that scrap. I never robbed, though. That's never been something that I wanted to do, and people can say, oh, you broke in car, that was a form of robbery. I ain't never put no gun. My uncle used to always tell me, you better not take nothing from your people. I was raised like that by a real gangster, not a street nigga. I'm talking about a gangster that was gonna cut your fucking tongue out of your mouth. He used to tell me all the time, you don't take from your motherfucking people. If you gonna get it, go get it out there. Go in the motherfucking store and steal something, nigga. They got insurance.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We gotta stop killing our people, man.
How did you feel when people tried to blame his support system for his death?
I feel like people gonna always find something. People gonna try to find something. I have been accused, and it was hurtful to be accused. But I also took accountability too, right? Because one of my close people came to me and told me he hadn't been talking to me before prior to this. And he was like, I wasn't talking to you because, like, I was watching stuff, bro, and I felt like you could have did more for Quan or whatever. And I had to tell him, like, hey, bro, as a man, we all have choices and decisions. And one of my greatest gifts is my voice and my humility and my ability to be able to stand in whatever I'm standing in. So what I gave Quan throughout life was a voice and protection. He knew he was protected with me. And I did everything that I could, right? I talked to him. Corey talked to him every day. I give the most grace to his father, man.
Yeah.
Because I watched this shit. This ain't just he getting on no motherfucking interview now talking and this and that. I watched this man talk to his child.
Yeah.
I watched this man go from a rocky relationship to smoothing it out and him putting in the work, making money with his child, making investments for his motherfucking child, eating shit for his motherfucking child. I watched this shit, and I watched his child want him to be there. See, people try to feel like I didn't force myself. I said this already. I didn't force myself in Quan life.
Yeah.
So for all of his support system and everybody that felt like, I ain't forced myself in this. I made myself valuable to this situation. So when you're at a place of value in someone's life, bro, people gonna come for you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? People gonna try to tear you down. Somebody left a comment on my page that said I should have died because Quan was a such and such soul and this and that. And I read it, I shed a tear, bro. And I said, damn, that's how people feel. But I took that and I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna make my voice bigger because people don't know what we poured into Quan. People don't know, what it is. And the media putting stuff out here for people to gain their own opinions right now. So some of the stuff you seeing, you left to be able to put your opinion towards it. But I just want to tell the people, be a little bit more conscious of how you making somebody else feel because
it's real life.
It's real life. And for Dre, because I had my certain little moments that I felt the way even with bro. Like me and him talked, I was like, bro, you should have done this and that. But I wasn't in that moment, and I know if I was in that moment, I know what I would have done in that moment. I do know that because of my love and my care, but I want the people to just be a little quiet, like chill. Because he a human, he has kids, he has things, and mental health is real. I just said that.
Yeah.
So you could be creating something, you know, for a person down the line that could be that. Because, yeah, I had my anger too.
Yeah.
And I literally just, the last couple days, just been praying and praying and praying because I don't like to blame people for nothing. And people got to start realizing we can't blame people. We can say what you could have done because I've said it. Mm. Damn, you should have did this. Damn, you should have did that. But we got to stop this shit, bro.
With that being said, though, Tay, what are you working on, man? Where does Rich Homie Monta go after times like these, man? I mean, where does your career head? Where is your mind state? Do you just say, you know what? Because I ain't going to lie, man. When Homie passed, even for me, that was one of them, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
You always have to contemplate that in the back of your mind. It's like, do we even continue to do this?
Yeah.
For you, where are you at with it, man?
The day Quan died, I felt like a lot of shit died with him because that's where I started this.
Yeah.
I didn't ask to be a manager. I didn't ask to be in management. I didn't ask to be an executive. I asked God to guide me in a direction of where I can be important and influential in people's lives, and you know, I can grow wealth, and you know, with wealth, when I say wealth, my spirit can be so heavy on people to where people can grow inside of me. I felt like a part of me died, but I also built a business inside of being able to be allotted the opportunity to be with Quan. So initially standing at Grady, having to stand over my brother's deceased body, I was like, oh, this shit over with. And then I literally walked out of there and was like, shit, but we got a show tomorrow. And then I kept fighting shit. I was like, damn, not only did I lose my brother, I lost a business partner. I lost the beginning. I lost a great soul. I lost a brother. And I lost a part of my passion for it because he pushed my passion. Like seeing him win pushed my passion, but I sat down. I was being super, super, super obedient to the Lord at that particular time, and I was like, Lord, if you want me to continue to be this person, let me be that person. And I still have Jacquees that I'm influential in his business. Like I'm his booking manager. I handle touring and stuff for him, and I'm like, I got to be better at what I was doing, even though I feel like I was great.
Yeah.
I got to be better. So in terms of managing artists, it's going to be hard for me because I feel like artists don't listen.
Yeah.
I feel like building relationships with them. You know, people say it's business. Like in the music industry, this ain't just business. This personal business.
Come on.
Like, you got to trust me with millions of dollars. You got to trust me with your life. I got to be able to tell you when we walk out that door, bro, we got to make a left. You got to trust me to walk out the door and make that left behind me. Like, so, you know, if I was to take on that role with anybody else, because I'm taking on a whole nother role. When God took Quan, like, he put a lot of weight on a lot of us, and me too. Quan got kids. Quan got sons. Yeah. Right? That he was being a father to. And I now have to step into a certain type of role that I'm going to embrace with every breath in me. Yeah. You know, to make sure these boys can continue to live a certain type of life. I'm not their dad, so none of that. But, you know, when it comes to the sports and being able to be that mentor to them, and that I'm going to do that. So for me to take that time and pour it into somebody else, it's got to be a very special individual.
Come on.
Very special individual. And at that point, I'll know that God sent them my way, and we can continue on a path, and the things that we were missing right here, you can listen to me, and we don't make them same mistakes no more.
Yeah.
Like I tell Quee that all the time. Like I have to reference what I went through with Quan for you to understand stuff because we made mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to make the same mistakes. I want you to listen to me. Let me literally guide you. Don't call me and say, bro, I want $50,000 for a show. I'm doing the numbers. I know what it takes to get there. And that's one thing Quan had in me. The faith when it came to handling his shit. He didn't question me. He didn't question me. He didn't question me or his dad. He would literally say, I want this like this or this and that. And some days I would let him live in that because everybody want to make the most money.
Come on.
And I would be like, it's what got to make sense, bro. And he'll come back and be like, bro, I fucked up. My bad, bro. Do your thing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I got to deal with that type of person. I can't deal with no person that's doing music and they feel like, oh, I needed to get $200,000 a show, and the worth is $10,000. Bro, go get the money.
Yeah.
This shit ain't forever. Be obedient to the Lord. Understand that once he puts you in a position, that position can be forever or it can be short term. And understand that the devil also give you gifts too. So when you don't respect that, it may not happen for a long time. So to have that particular person come by me, I'll do it. If not, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
If somebody want to get in contact with you, man, how do they get in contact with you, Monta?
Man, my social media, I like it like that because guess what? You go on Rich Homie Monta, Monta. If you talking crazy, I don't have to respond.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So I check like all of my boxes a lot. I look at some of that stuff, man, and you know, Rich Homie Monta on Instagram. I don't really I got Facebook, my stuff the same on there. Them the only two that I really use like that. I'm still an old head when it comes
Nigga, that make
come to that stuff. That all this other
yeah.
stuff, they Twitters out. I don't use all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what it is.
Well, Monta, you know we gonna do it again. I'm here
Definitely.
for whatever, man. Whatever you need, pull up on a player.
Man,
Be Hot Radio, shout it. Rich Homie Monta.
In the building.
Holla
Out of
at y'all
here.
in a minute, man. We gone.
Gone.